everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today what I want to do is a chit chat get ready with me, because I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I actually know that's true because I haven't been recording like I should be, or like I would like to. So today I'm just gonna do like a chit chat get ready with me. I'm gonna play in my makeup. You know, honestly I never wear a whole lot of makeup anymore. Like I honestly just put some powder and concealer on my dark spots, and you know, do my eyebrows and put some mascara on, and then I'm out the door. But today I want to actually like to try to do a look or something. But I want to talk about how like my school life is going, you know, as in being a junior in college and stuff like that. I just want to talk about some stuff and, you know, let y'all know what's going on with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, I guess. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going really right now, so I guess we can start with eyebrows, right? So first and foremost, I think they deserve a brushing. I need to re-thread them. I like to thread my eyebrows. See, they could use a little cleanup too. So I'm just gonna do my eyebrows and then we'll talk after that, because I don't know, this is like a really tedious part for me. Okay, so these are my eyebrows. They're not perfect. This is gonna be it. This chit chat with me is focused on college. Y'all, I would say that I'm stressed, but honestly I'm not stressed. I'm overwhelmed, but to the point where I'm just going through the motions. Like I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't I don't feel like that. I just feel like, wow, I always have a lot to do, you know, my choices. Like now I sleep so much more now, and me like taking these random naps does kind of affect, you know, what I'm doing in school rather. Just like I put assignments off to like the next day or until later so I can take a nap because I'm just tired. I'm doing a lot more this year. You're new, I'm an RA. I became an RA last spring, and I got rehired on for this fall of 2017 until spring of 2018. So this is like, you know, my actual whole year has been an RA. The role really isn't stressing me out, right? Isn't really like overwhelming, but it's more so my classes. Before I start getting into everything about that, I want to tell you guys about my previous classes recap. So let's take it back to high school for a second. So in high school I took like AP classes, like I took AP Chem, AP US History, AP English or Literature or something like that, and I took AP like Calculus, AP Abstract Calculus or something like that. But okay, let's see, let's prime. So I just put some of this Ruby Kisses eyeshadow primer on my eyelids, which I'm probably gonna put some fun concealer on them later when I start getting into my eyeshadow, but I just want to prime right now. So I just used my Skindinavia makeup primer spray, and now I'm just gonna be using my e.l.f. mineral infused primer, and it's just like clear, and I like this one to just put over my pores. But yeah, so I took those AP classes in high school. Honestly, I didn't do super well in chemistry. Like I think I made like a B or something, but I didn't do like super well in chemistry. And math, so many people dropped my AP math class. Like it started out with so many people, and then it was like 8 people or even less than that in my actual math class that actually took the class all year. Like most people got their schedules changed in high school, but I stuck with it. I'm just putting a little bit of the Benefit Professional on like this area because I have like large pores right there. Okay, so back on track. So I took those classes in high school, but what I didn't do was take the placement test. And the placement test, if you are already in AP classes, then you know, basically there you pay like $100 to take the test, and you basically get college credit. If you pass, if you get like a 3 or 4 or higher or something, whatever is required to get college credit, whatever, you know, score you need to make, then you get college credit. You get college credit for taking those tests, and that's what I didn't do. I already knew that I wasn't strong in math, in calculus math. I knew that I wasn't going to pass the chemistry one either, because those are not my subjects. Now keep in mind, I am an accounting major, but we'll get into that too. The actual literature exam, if I would have took that test, I would have passed it, because literature or English has always been my favorite subject. But I didn't take it. On the practice test, I think I made a 5. I think you have to make a 3 or a 4. I think it's a 4. I would have passed it, because I think I'm a strong writer and I like to write. So I should have, you know, took the test, but I didn't. So fast forward, anyway, when I get to college, I took the ACT test 3 times, and first I made a 20, the second time I made a 20, and the last time I made it, I think the last time I took it, I think I made a 22, which was so much better than that freaking 20. I was already like, at the school I go to, which is AUM, I think you only have to have like an 18 to get you know, to be accepted into the school. So which I had a 20, so I was in there. But after I made a 22, I resubmitted my scores to the school, but I did have to take a remedial math class. So here I had to take the math placement test, and you know, since I did take cal, like we're talking about derivatives and antiderivatives and stuff like that, and I don't know, I guess like the basic, you know, geometry and like algebra stuff just like went out the window, because even though you need that stuff as a foundation, calculus is kind of, to me, it's kind of different. Like, I mean, what we were doing wasn't like basic stuff, so I didn't feel like I need, you know, that basic stuff went out the window in my mind. So when I get here, and I was like, yo, why can't I answer these questions? Scored not good on that placement test. I ended up having to take a remedial class, which was 0800. But luckily I didn't get put into the first remedial class, which is 0700 math. I had to take 0800, so that was like a step up. The point of saying all of that is that if you're taking, you know, AP classes in high school, then go ahead and like do your best in those classes, you know, get help and tutoring if you can. If you can't afford to take those advanced placement tests, take them, because you do not have to take those classes once you get to college. Like if I would have taken the literature classes, I wouldn't have to take English Comp 1 or English Comp 2. Like I wouldn't have to take either of those classes. So anyway, let's go and get into my eyeshadow. I'm using my Morphe 350 palette, and I'm gonna also be using my Coastal Scents 88 shimmer palette. I had this one for like years, dude. Like I know at least 4 years. Love the Morphe 350 palette because it's just like fall colors, and fall is here. Oh, also right now, we are outside my window. What is going on is Tropical Storm Irma. It's raining. I hope it doesn't get too bad, but I know last night the wind started getting really high. So I'm just gonna use this color right here as like a crease color. Now let's get into my actual junior year. So now I'm officially taking, like, I'm actually in my major. After I took 0800, I had to take pre-cal, and that was my last math class. I didn't have to take 0800 my freshman year, and I just took pre-cal my freshman year. I would have been basically in my major already. But so far now, the classes that I'm taking are Accounting 2010. That's basically the intro class. I'm taking Econ 210, and I'm taking Microeconomics. And both of those classes are online. Then I'm taking Info 3070. That is a hybrid class. I meet once a week, and then basically all our work is online. Business Stats, which pretty much is like my math. Yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of my friends or people that I know are in that class. So it's kind of like everybody's in their major now. It's just so cool. It's like to just, you know, have all your basic core stuff out the way. So all that stuff is done for me, and those are the classes that I'm taking. So let's talk about my accounting class. It's going pretty good so far, you know, but I noticed I have to put a little bit more time into it. Now, what made me want to be an accountant was also starting in high school. I took accounting as an elective, and then I took advanced accounting. And in advanced accounting, we job shadow at a lot of firms and stuff, and I enjoyed the process of just, you know, actually getting to go and see what goes on in like an accounting firm. Like I was like, whoa, this is so cool. So that's what I do. So that's what I did, and that's why I like accounting. But my class so far is going pretty well. I just noticed I have to put more time into it. It's not like my little classes last year where I just, you know, get to goof off and, you know, do the work later. I actually have to think about it. Like, I signed up for some standing tutoring sessions for my accounting class. And we just had our first test, y'all. But I also noticed that with my accounting class, sometimes you really have to like step away from your problems that you're working on, because you know you have to do income statements, retained earning, balance sheet, information overlaps, and sometimes I'm like, why am I not getting this stuff? Not sit there for 3 hours like, why am I stuck? Like recently what I had to do was I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to sleep. You know, I said I'm stopping. Like, let me stop, let me back away from this problem. I went and I took a shower, got in my bed, went to sleep. And you know, that next day I thought about what I was doing in my problem, because they had said something like they told me like the interest on the buildings for like the year. And I'm like, okay, so I was plugging that whole amount into there, my like ledger and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, but everything is wrong. This is my Coastal Scents palette, and I'm using this like gold shade right here. I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. I just checked on my food and I burned it. Great. But I feel like I'm gonna have to redo that because it was probably really good. But anyway, with my makeup, I'm gonna change it up a bit. I don't really like the whole gold part right there, so I'm just gonna take that off with a little baby oil. Do a little something different right there. Palette and choose like, I think this is the darkest brown right here. So got me a new brush. I'm just gonna put that like right here, but also kind of like dotting it up and down. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I'm just gonna put a little bit more concealer here so it has something to stick onto. And I'm only gonna like blend it right here. And you know, went to bed, and when I woke up the next morning, I thought about what they had said, what the problem had said rather. After realizing that, I was like, wait, let me divide this by 12 because they pay it monthly. I was like, oh, I get it now. So I plugged the new answers in and it was right. So sometimes you do have to just take a step back. But I recently just took my accounting test, and you know, it was multiple choice, and some were like fill in the blank, and the other part of it was, that's really cute, but let's keep going. I think I need to make I'm gonna go back into this color that we use right here to make sure that that color doesn't get lost in the sauce. This is the same brush, but just another one. This is the same type of brush, and it's by e.l.f. I'm just gonna blend that up to make sure that color is still there. So she gave us a problem, and she told us to work it out in Excel and to just upload it back to the Blackboard, back up to Blackboard. And I was like, I didn't even know you could do this in Blackboard. Like, so at that point, after I answered all the multiple choice questions, I had like an hour left. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna knock this out. I started working on those Blackboard problems, and I'm like, yo, I look at my time. It took me at least about 25 minutes for both of them. I was working on those problems until the very last minute of the test, and honestly I was like, yo, this don't make no sense. Why did she say this is this when it's not? I think she had a typo in the test about the retained earnings, but I just, at the last minute, God was like, change these answers. So I just started changing stuff on the test, and stuff started balancing. I was like, is this for real? Is this for real? And I went back and I was like, this is this and this and this and this and this. Let me cross that out. This and this and this and this. And you know, I checked Blackboard today, and I submitted the test with like 59 seconds remaining. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is, bro. Like, I'm tired. Like, I can't do this no more. Like, so I just submitted the test, and I checked my grade on it today, and I made a 99 out of 105. Praise God. Praise God. So, you know, I think it's going good, but I need to stop stretching myself so thin. That's the issue that I'm having, you know. trying to do everything. Like, I want to hang out with my friends, you know, I want to do this and I want to do that, but it's getting tedious at this point. My classes are more difficult than they have been before, which it should be like that because I'm in my major now. Before I was taking like little play classes, and now I'm taking real deal, this about to be your life classes. I clean up the rest of the eyes later, but I think they're looking pretty good so far. So accounting, I'm still succeeding, getting all my work done, but I just need to stop, you know, slacking off. So I'm just gonna put another color on the inner corner here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more concealer in this area and grab a smaller brush. I grab this color right here, right before the color that I originally used. I think it's just a little like more shiny. Business statistics class. The class is going okay, but I have a foreign teacher, and I think the language barrier is a little bit there, but it's not so prevalent. Like, I understand what he's saying, and lots of people ask questions. Thought we was done with the eyes, but I feel like I should do something on the bottom. I'm gonna go in with the first color that we used on like this part right underneath. But yeah, it's going okay. It's just my teacher, he's foreign, but he says he's been teaching the subject that he's been teaching for 17 years, which means that, I mean, you gotta be doing something right? Now I'm just gonna go into like the brown that is right here on the rest of it. Psych, I'm gonna go into the darkest brown that we use. I gotta stop wearing my contacts when I be doing this makeup stuff. But anyway, should I do like eyeliner? I haven't really been wearing a whole lot of eyeliner. My eyeliner skills have decreased because now I just draw wings. I don't do like the whole line anymore. Eyes for now are done. I haven't put mascara on just yet, but I'm gonna come back to that. So I'm gonna work on my face right now. Business stat going pretty good. I don't feel like I'm lost, but I feel like I may be lost soon. The test isn't here yet, but I don't know. So my microeconomics class, like I said, I'm taking that online, but the only thing is that in this online class, my teacher, he only posts tests. That's all that we have in that class. So I'm basically teaching myself all the information, and I've taken other online classes where, you know, the teacher does like voiceover PowerPoints where they explain the information, or, you know, they record themselves, like how I'm recording myself talking to the camera, where they talk to the camera where we can see them and stuff like that, and it makes it more personal. But this class, he hasn't, there's no lesson, there's no plan. He just like, read these chapters and boom, the test gonna be on this day. And I just find like that's so, I mean, it is easy, like to some people, you know, that's great, you know, that's amazing, you know, I don't have to worry about any of the grades or nothing. But for me, it's just a little like, really, this it? I just feel like this it. Maybe I'm tripping, but we just had our first test and I made a 94 on it. Actually, this girl, I went to ISL to get help on the practice test, and turns out the practice test was nothing like the actual test. Like, the practice test just had like problems, like economic problems about supply, demand, and stuff like that. But the actual test had like all these definitions and stuff, and I'm so happy that I helped a girl take her test first, and then I took my test after her. So she made like an 80 something, and I made a 94. I think I missed 2 questions, but there were a few like actual workout problems, like actual problems that have like graphs on there, but the whole practice test was graphs. So I'm thinking the whole, like, you know, actual exam is going to be like just graphs, but no. So it's just crazy. I did well on the test, so I'm not even complaining about it. My last class is my Info 3070 class. It's going great so far. Like I said, that's my hybrid class, and he's basically, I think I'm trying again. So he basically talks about the stuff, and we do Learn Smart in there. So pretty much I just had to work super hard in that class just because 4 chapters by September 10th, and I basically waited to the last minute to do all 4 chapters. So I had a lot of work to do, but I got it done, I think all before yesterday, which was September 10th at like 7 or something. So I did get the work done, but I don't want to stretch myself thin like that again, you know, working so hard to get all the problems done at one time when I could have been working on them all along. Like the first chapter I did like the first week of class, but then chapter 2 through 4 I wasn't worried about that because the due date seemed so far away, but then I ended up waiting to the last minute to do it. But I got all my work done, but I just don't want to be in that situation that I keep putting myself in. And no, it's just the realization that I am a procrastinator, you know. I need to change that about myself, but it's hard not to procrastinate, you know. I really have to push myself to do things, or you know, and I know it can be done because I got this work done. You know, planning does help, you know, writing everything I need to do down does help, but I need to motivate myself, and I need to motivate myself in a more efficient way. I don't know, me and my friends, we do study dates now, so maybe that will help everyone. So I'm right now about to use my LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation in the color bronze. I had to go find this thingy right here. Let's see, since school is out of the way, what else can we talk about? So I've been more active in church now, guys. I'm going regularly. Yeah, okay, I'm going regularly. I'm going to church, basically. I'm going to church, and it's going so well. And actually now I've taken a next step in my church life or my spiritual life, and I've joined a small group at church. You guys know, well, I go to church at the Highlands, and they have like 16 churches in Alabama, and it's pretty cool. Like, I like the pastor, and I like how when he's not there that he brings like really cool people to come and talk. But I do also like Dino. He's really funny because he was the first person I watched when I actually attended Church of the Highlands, and he was so funny. Like, I joined a small group. It's a freedom group, and it's so cool. Me and Ori are doing it, and I think my best friend, she may join as well. But the first meeting was so cool. At first they were like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of older people here, no people really our age. But in the group there's such like a mix of different, you know, age groups, and I love that about the group. And now they love it too. They're like, you know what, I do like how, you know, it's so diverse in ages. I don't know, I don't want to be in a group with a bunch of people my age, because not that they don't have good things to say, but I like hearing from experienced people. So that's the thing that I like about the small group. But it's going pretty good. We met for the first time last week, and we're gonna meet again this week, and I'm just so prepared. And we actually have homework to do, so I need to get on my homework because it's Monday. I'm gonna start on it on Tuesday, I think. So I haven't put any concealer on or anything, but this foundation seems pretty full coverage. I don't think it's completely full coverage, but I could put another like layer on, but I don't want to because I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna go into highlighting and contouring and stuff. But yeah, so now I'm just connecting my faith in other areas of my life outside of the church, which I think is important. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Espresso to contour. And I just draw a few lines all over my face. I used to like try to contour my nose and stuff, but just my nose, like I'm not I'm not into contouring that kind of stuff anymore. But maybe my chin a little bit, but not my nose anymore. I just think it ain't for me. And I'm just gonna continue to use my sponge just so it doesn't like look so harsh and it look more blended in and stuff. And I guess something else to talk about is right now at this point in my life, I think I do want to date, but I don't know. I do like want to date people, but it's hard to find people who aren't looking for sex. And because I don't want to, like, at this point in my life, I'm not interested in sex, but I feel like that's like a requirement for like a lot of relationships today. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I just be single. But I mean, being single is cool and all, but sometimes it is kind of boring being single. And I just wish that I could just find someone who shares the same values that I do. I think it's so worldly just to think that you have to have sex to be in a relationship these days. It just seems like a lot of guys are just so caught up on this sex thing. And I mean, it's lots of people putting out too. So I mean, it's a lot of people who, you know, who are willing to have sex. So why would I be with you when I can be with Sally who be busting it wide open? I mean, I get that, but that ain't me. So I guess I'll just be single. I guess that'll just be my reality until, you know, I actually find somebody. You know, I've seen a lot of cute dudes at church, but I never stay long after church. So maybe I need to be hitting them up at the church. Okay, so I got the little contour part. So I guess now I need to get my concealer together. I probably should have did the concealer first, but I'm just using this random thing. I don't even know what it's called, and it's honestly not my favorite, but I do want a little bit of concealer. So I'm just going to use a different clean part of it. Probably like right here. And honestly, on my campus, girls outnumber guys. So I just feel like they on top of the world and they can have any girl they want because girls outnumber guys here. I ain't checking for nobody at this school, to be honest with you. Not for real. Because honestly, I don't just want to be out here dating just to date. Like, that's not my purpose. That's not what I want to do. Just be out here dating a different dude every week. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to build something with someone, not date every 5 minutes. Which, I mean, it's cool to do that, you know. Do you. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something stable, something constant, and I don't seem to be getting that here. Maybe it's not meant for me to be in a relationship in college because honestly, I'm procrastinating with my schoolwork right now. So I don't even have time to be dating and stuff, but I would like to. But I'm not gonna give up because it's somebody out there for me. It's somebody out there for everybody. That's what they say, right? So I can't give up about it, but you know, I pray about everything else, but I don't pray about that. And maybe that's what I should be praying about too. Maybe I should add that to my prayer list. You know, let's be for real. Now I'm just going to go ahead and powder it off under my eyes. I'm going to use my Morphe banana powder. Just a little bit, not too much. And I'm not going to like bake or whatever that people used to do, but I'm just gonna pack this in. Okay, now I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal True Matte. Who is my door though? Put your phone on silent.
Oh yeah. Cause mine's gonna be.
Cause Oriana phone stay going off.
Always.
She got a million contacts. What else?
Who your little stool with?
Here. Alright, so what's next? I just did the powder stuff. So like I said, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal True Match on the rest of my face. Just gonna use a brush like this to just finish off any areas that, you know, I forgot. I'm gonna go over my nose again because that powder is a little lighter. I'm gonna go over like under here where I did put some of the powder at, just to finish this off. And now, just because I want to make my contour a little bit more noticeable, I'm going to use the Black Radiance True Complexion, contour palette with a contour brush by Real Techniques. And I like to mix the contour and sculpt shade. So I like to mix those together and stuff like that. So, let's see. I think we talked about everything so far. As far as my RA position, it's going good. But I do just overall, I think I'm just a little overwhelmed, but that's my fault because I'm a procrastinator. So yeah, it's really not much. I think my residents like me a lot more. They know me more. And like I walked a few of my residents to class and they come to me for random questions, which I like, you know, that they know that I can help them and stuff. Like a clear lip gloss over there. It would be like behind you.
Where? Who?
Behind Indy. No. You know what? I don't think it's over. Where I put it? Or can you check my purse?
Where your purse at?
Hanging up. So while I wait on my lip gloss that I want to use, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyelashes. I'm gonna use the Benefit They're Real.
That's a whole book bag. This should be in your purse, bro.
Those are
crusty
cute.
biscuit.
Why are you hating?
I'm pretty sure you ordered this video.
I bought them for Walmart.
This one or
What?
this purse?
Yeah.
You got this in here.
Is nothing else in there?
Nah, fam. Unless you got it in here.
Okay, can you check in that clip, the front part?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. No, ma'am. Your fidget. Why you got your fidget spinner in here?
Because I wanted to play with it.
You kept up with them crackers, but you didn't keep up with that lipstick.
You just gonna be rude, huh?
This is the only one you got in here, though. Hold on. This on the side. You got chapstick.
I'll take that. It's shiny.
I got some lip gloss in my purse. The kind I be having.
It clear?
Yeah.
Let me holler at that.
I don't know how to do that.
But y'all, this eye, what this is? Mascara? That's a good mascara, y'all. Like, it make your eyelashes look so long.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just gonna do a clear lip gloss. I haven't been really feeling color lately. And it's super sticky, dude.
Yeah. You just gotta rub it and it'll straight.
Last step that we have to do is highlight. So I almost forgot, y'all, but this is the last thing for real, for real. This is the ColourPop Glow Up.
Okay.
Okay guys, so this is the end of my little chit chat get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was really just rambling the whole time and just planning my makeup. If you guys enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave me a comment down below letting me know. Like this video up, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.